Good morning, students. In today's lecture, we will discuss examples related to the equilibrium of gases and atmospheric pressure. So, our first problem is a piston without weight fits into a vertical cylinder which is closed at its base and filled with air and is initially at the top of the cylinder. If water be slowly poured on the top of the piston, we are to show that the upper surface of the water will be lowest when the depth of the water is square root of AH minus H, where H is the height of water barometer and A is the height of the cylinder. So let us take this be a cylinder and X is the depth of the water on the piston. This is piston and this portion, this shows the depth of the water on the piston. We have denoted it by X. Let us take the radius of the base of the cylinder is R and let us take the density of the water is rho. Let this height is Z, which is the height of this free surface of the water from the base of the cylinder. Now, we will apply Boyle's law. According to Boyle's law, keeping temperature constant, the product of pressure and volume that is same for the two states of the gas. So, let us find the values of pressure and volume for the two states. The first state, when we are considering atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure, let us denote by P naught. Now, this is the pressure due to the height h of the water barometer. And so it is given by rho into G into H. And corresponding to this pressure P naught, the volume of the air in the cylinder we have denoted by V naught. So by the formula for volume of cylinder, this is pi into r square into the height of the cylinder. Height of the cylinder is given to be A. So we have obtained the value of pressure and the volume for the one of the states of the gas. Now let us find the pressure due to the air in this cylinder. We have denoted this pressure by P1. And this will be the pressure due to water of height H plus X. So by the formula, this is given by rho into G into height is H plus X. And here the volume of the air will be pi into r square into the height in this case will be this height. This is Z minus X. So P1 and V1, these are the pressure and the volumes respectively for the another state of the gas. So according to Boyle's law, the product of pressure and volume in the first state will be same as product of pressure and volume in the second state. Substituting all the four values P naught, V naught, P1, V1. P naught is rho into G into H. V naught is pi r square A and P1 is rho into G into H plus X. V1 is pi r square into Z minus X. So from here pi r square will be cancelled from both sides. Also rho G is cancelled. So finally from here we can find the value of Z, which is given by X plus AH upon H plus X. Now, We have to find the minimum value of z. To find minimum value, let us find the derivative of z with respect to x. So from here, the derivative of x is 1, ah is constant. The derivative of 1 upon h plus x with respect to x, that will be minus 1 upon h plus x whole square. Now, let us again differentiate z with respect to x. So we get second derivative of z with respect to x is equal to derivative of 1 will be 0, ah is constant, the derivative of minus 1 upon h plus x whole square, that will be 2 upon h plus x whole cube. Now for the minimum value of z, let us put this derivative is equal to 0. When we put dz by dx is equal to 0, it means 1 minus ah upon h plus x whole square is equal to 0. So from here we can find the value of h plus x, which is under root ah. And finally from here x will be obtained, which is square root of ah minus h. And by the conditions of maximum minima, z will be minimum if the second derivative of z with respect to x, that will be positive. From here we can see second derivative of z with respect to x is positive. So this proves that z is minimum when x is given by under root ah minus h. So this completes the solution of this problem. Now our second problem is a piston of weight W rests to vertical cylinder of transverse section K, being supported by a depth A of the air. The piston rod receives a vertical blow P. Blow means impulse, which forces the piston down to a distance h. We are to prove that W plus pi k into h plus a into log of 1 minus h upon a plus g p square upon 2w is equal to 0. Here this pi is atmospheric pressure. Let us take P is the pressure of the air in original position. And let us consider this is a cylinder, and the height AA dash we have denoted by h, and this length PM we have denoted by A, which is the depth of the air. Now let us consider the position of equilibrium of the piston. In the position of equilibrium, total upward force will be same as the total downward force. Now pressure is given by force per unit area. So force will be pressure into area. Now in the downward direction we have atmospheric pressure and the weight of the piston. Atmospheric pressure is pi into K, and the weight of the piston we have denoted by W. And so this will be total downward force. And in the upward direction, the value is Pk. So we have obtained P into K is equal to pi K plus W. Now, because we are given W is the weight of the piston, weight means mass into acceleration due to gravity. So let us take M is the mass of the piston. So W will be M into G. Now, because we are given that the impulse is P, let us take V is the velocity imparted to the piston by this impulse. So P is given by M into V. Putting the value of M from here, which is W upon G. So the value of impulse P becomes WV upon G. So from here we can find the value of V, which is given by P into G upon W. Now, when the piston has moved through the distance x, let us take the pressure is P dash. Now, according to Boyle's law, the product of pressure and volume in the two states will be same. In the first case, we have taken the pressure of the gas is P in the original position. K is the area of cross sections and A is the depth of the cylinder. In the second case, when the piston has moved through the distance x, then the pressure is P dash, area of cross sections is K, and the height of the air in this case, that is A minus x. So from here we can find the value of P dash, which is given by AP upon A minus x. Now let us write the equation of motion for the piston. Equation of motion means effective force is equal to mass into acceleration. Acceleration is given by the second derivative of x with respect to t. Mass is m. Effective force is given by pi k plus w minus p dash k. Now, substituting the values of pi k plus w, this is pk. The value of p dash is ap upon a minus x. From here we can take pk common. So we get m into d2x by dt2 is equal to pk into 1 minus a upon a minus x. Now, to simplify this equation, let us multiply both sides by 2 dx by dt and integrating. So the left hand side becomes m into dx by dt whole square. Pk is constant. We have multiplied by 2, so we get 2 pk. Integration of 1, that will be x. Integration of 1 upon a minus x, that will be log of a minus x into minus 1. So we get m into dx by dt whole square is equal to 2pk into x plus a into log of a minus x plus c. C is some constant of integration. Now, putting the value of m and pk, from here the value of m is w upon g. So putting the value here, w upon g into dx by dt whole square is equal to 2 into the value of pk is pi k plus w into x plus a log of a minus x plus c. Now we have to find the value of c. So let us apply the conditions. When x is 0, the velocity dx by dt, that is v, and we can find the value of v from the equation 3, which is pg upon w. So applying this condition here, we get w upon g into pg upon w whole square is equal to 2 into pi k plus w into a log a plus c. Now, as the piston goes downward through a distance h, velocity is 0. So we can say when x is h, dx by dt is 0. Let's again apply this condition to the equation 5. Left hand side will become 0. On the right side we have 2 into pi k plus w into h plus a log of a minus h plus c. Let us subtract these two equations to eliminate c from here. So we get gp square upon w is equal to 2 into pi k plus w into a log a minus h minus a log of a minus h. And from here we can combine these two terms by taking a common and using the formula log m minus log n, that will be log m upon n. Shifting this term to the left side, finally we get the equation gp square upon 2w plus pi k plus w multiplied with h plus a log of 1 minus h upon a is equal to 0. So this proves the required equation. Now our next problem is, if the pressure of air varies as 1 plus 1 by mth power of density, show that neglecting the variation of temperature and gravity, the height of atmosphere would be equal to m plus 1 times height of homogeneous atmosphere. To prove this, let us start from the equation of pressure. The differential equation of the pressure is given by dP is equal to minus rho g dz, where P is the pressure at the height z above the Earth's surface. Rho is the density of the air. Now we are given that pressure varies as 1 plus 1 by m power of density. So we can write P is equal to K into rho raised to the power 1 plus 1 by m. Differentiating both sides, we get dP is equal to K into derivative of this term, that is given by 1 plus 1 upon m into rho raised to the power 1 by m into d rho. Now equating these two values of dP, we get minus rho g dz is equal to K into 1 plus 1 by m into rho raised to the power 1 by m into d rho. Dividing both sides by rho, we get minus g dz is equal to K into 1 plus 1 by m into rho raised to the power 1 by m minus 1 d rho. Integrating both sides, so left side will become minus gz. C we have taken as constant of integration. Here the integration of this term, that will be rho raised to the power 1 by m divided by 1 by m, so we will get m here. Now finally putting the value of rho raised to the power 1 by m from the equation second here, which is P upon K rho. So we have obtained m plus 1 into P upon rho g is equal to C1 minus Z. Here C1 we have denoted by C by G. Now to find the value of C1, let us apply the condition that h is the height of homogeneous atmosphere, then at the bottom z is equal to 0. The value of pressure is atmospheric pressure and the value of density is rho naught. Now pressure is rho into g into h. Here the pressure is pi, density is rho naught, height is h, which is the height of homogeneous atmosphere, acceleration due to gravity is g. So putting this value here, we get m plus 1 into pi upon rho naught g is equal to C1. So pi upon rho naught we can find from here, which will be g into h. So putting the value here, we get m plus 1 into h is equal to C1. Let us substitute this value in the equation 3. So we get m plus 1 into P upon rho g is equal to m plus 1 into h minus z. Now we have to find the height of atmosphere. So let us take h1 is the height of atmosphere. Then at z is equal to h1, pressure will be 0. So putting here z is equal to h1 and pressure is equal to 0. We get m plus 1 into h minus h1 is equal to 0. So from here we get h1 is equal to m plus 1 into h. h1 is the height of atmosphere and h is the height of homogeneous atmosphere. Thus, we have proved that the height of atmosphere would be equal to m plus 1 times the height of homogeneous atmosphere. So this completes the solution of this problem.